My guy. Alright, so you said show me the scriptures to back up your claims. Alright, bet. Let's talk about it. Alright, so like I said in the video, tithing was not about money. Tithing was food, water, clothes, blankets, and etc. that could help the people. It was never 10% of your income. It was 10% of your crops. In the book of Malachi, God said, bring all the tithes into the storehouse. And if you do, I will pour out a blessing so great you won't have enough room to take it in. Tithing was about bringing 10% of your goods and crops. See, now God said once these people brought their tithes to the pastors and the priests, they were supposed to get these crops and goods and put it up in the storehouse and stack up on these things. So when the people came to them for help, they'll be able to help the people. And he told the pastors and the priests, if you do what I say to do with these tithes, I will pour out great blessings to you. But you want to know what they decided to do instead? They decided to rob God. The churches decided to do things their own way. They started to take money instead and keep it for their own selfish gain. You see, they decided to start taking y'all money instead. For example, and instead of using that money to help the people, they used it for personal gain and to live a rich lifestyle. So instead of getting the tithes and stacking up in the storehouse and getting their blessings from God, they decided to use money as tithes and getting their blessings from the people in the church by taking the money and using it for themselves, rather than doing what God told them to do. When God said bring the tithes into the storehouse, he meant that. Tithes was food. He said bring those tithes into the storehouse so that there may be food in my house. And he said if you do what he says, he will give you many blessings. And the pastors and the priests were supposed to stack up in the storehouse with food, water, clothes, and etc. Things that will be able to help out the community when hard times come. To help the church people in need. The homeless, the widows, the orphans, and others who may need it. But God knew that money was the root to all evil. And he warned the priests and the pastors in the book of Malachi of their wrongdoings in the church. He said, will a man rob God? Will a man rob God in tithes and offerings? God knew what y'all was going to start doing. All you got to do is go read the book of Malachi in the Bible. He's talking to the priests and the pastors the whole time. He said, will a man rob God? Yet you are robbing me. But the pastors and the priests said, how have we robbed you? He said, in tithes and offerings. Because you know, people shouldn't have to pay to listen to the word.